Hi, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. Oh, ooh, eek. No. Okay, when this card fell on the table, I mean, would they allow me to just introduce myself for once? They've been doing this. When this King of Cups flew on the table, it was in reverse. I don't read reversals unless it really stands out, right? But then I saw the Devil at the bottom. So, you know, whether the King of Cups was there alone in reverse, or if I decided to put it upright next to the Devil card, any way that you look at it, when the Devil is near, it has the same meaning when it comes to tarot. It just does. This is somebody that at some point, this thing just turned off and on. So if there was a weird pause, I'm sorry. I had to piece it together. Anyways, back to what I was saying. The King of Cups in reverse, or the King of Cups, if it's upright with the Devil around it, is the same energy. So that's Spirit's way of confirming. And it's like, I don't know who this person is. Honestly, it could be aspects of yourself. You take every reading as it resonates. But this person with this energy, the same energy, has been coming up in readings like a lot. I did post a full reading yesterday on the main channel. If you didn't watch it, they're timeless. You could watch this one first and then go watch that one. Don't miss it. All right. And if you are on members, I will be posting like I do, but more later on. But today for sure, and tomorrow, etc. If you want to join us on members, the link to join us is down below. Lots of bonus readings there, months worth of bonus readings, and more to come. Okay, you can cancel anytime. It's not an obligated month, like yearly subscription. It's monthly. It's a great way for you to get more readings and also to help, you know, to support this channel. But it's the same energy that I keep getting here. But this person keeps coming up. The King of Cups, when they're in reverse, or with the Devil, okay? I'm just going to tell you the King of Cups in reverse, right? Especially with the Devil, just intensifies it. Is somebody who was selfish, used their feelings as leverage, or used their feelings to manipulate somehow, but they were also cold, calculating, somebody that was withdrawn emotionally, okay, and used logic and deceit in a way to get what they want instead of tapping into their heart. This is someone that was completely disconnected from their heart space. And in turn, makes them very cut off. And then when you're in that energy for long enough, the Devil comes in and is able to control you, their mind. You see this Devil has this person like a puppet on a string, makes them into, you know, it starts to manifest into worse and worse things where you're just emotionally cut off. Let's say something happened as a child and then you become emotionally distant. Over time, being emotionally distant for that long, you start developing coping mechanism and traits from, you know, Devil energy. You start to get infested with these entities, these lower level spirits, that then it starts to control you. And you become a very, a person that's not adjusted very well. You start to use control as a way to cope with the fact that you're emotionally cut off. You manipulate people. You become selfish. You only think about yourself, etc. And sometimes they get to a point where they're too far gone, and this is how they are, right? An example of this could be someone, let's say, that was neglected in childhood a lot, right? Somebody that was neglected in childhood got a lot. Sometimes they develop they turn into the devil, okay? And they could even grow up to be very narcissistic, because for survival, you learn to then rely on yourself. So a lot of times what that means is if you rely on, you have to, if you have to only rely on yourself, you don't learn how to relate to others, which in turn makes you a very selfish person. You learn how to manipulate to get your way, etc. It's just, it's that, or they use other things to nurture themselves, like drugs. They become drug addicts, etc. Right? They either get very self-absorbed and egocentric because they're just taking care of themselves and therefore they can't connect with others, or they use something else to fill that void, to take care of them, to help them cope with life, like drugs, like they just keep themselves high, right? Because they're being neglected. I'm getting those kind of vibes from this person, but it's weird because this puppet on a string that I see here in this devil card looks like someone losing their damn mind. It doesn't look like just a puppet that's oblivious to it. It looks like someone having a tower moment, like someone like, I can't take this shit anymore kind of energy, right? I don't know why I'm being guided to, hold on, I think I have an iPad lying around here. I do. This is an old iPad, but it's connected to the internet. I just feel guided to Googling King of Cups in reverse. I know the meaning, I just told you. But there must be something. I'm doing it right now. There must be something in the message, the definition of like the actual, and I never read tarot in that way, but I'm just being guided to read it, that's going to stand out. I listen, for those of you that are new, and if this seems all over the place, I apologize. I'm a medium. That's my main ability. So I don't just focus on the cards. My main ability is channeling without cards altogether. But I'm picking up on energy. I'm having visions. I see the cards before they come out. So a lot of things that I do sometimes doesn't even make sense. But right now, if I hear something told me, look this up, I do it. It's a complete state of surrender. And it's never an accident. It always makes sense. Let's see. Let's see. King of Cups reversed. It says, and I'm here. Okay, just go to the site, please. It won't do it. Why? This is bugging me now. It won't do it. I'm sorry, guys. The reverse King of Cups can signify dealing with a boss or manager who has become a bit of a tyrant. In reverse, his shadow side is revealed. He is emotionally unavailable, insensitive, and immature. He acts on impulse with no thought to how his actions may affect anyone else. Moody and unpredictable, this guy is a chaotic storm coming through to disrupt everything in his path. The King of Cups in reverse can also represent being overly emotional or too sensitive. It can signify a lack of emotional maturity. It can represent someone who appears adrift in life. He's not anchored to a particular person or purpose, rather. The King of Cups in reverse in a health reading can indicate concerns with excessive alcohol usage as the emotionally overburdened king turns to vices as coping. I kid you not. That was what it was. They do everything because of all of the times that someone emotionally manipulative or controlling has come up in a reading. That doesn't obligate me to start channeling people that grew up with emotional neglect, etc., right? Has nothing to do with that, with channeling that. But that's how it is when you pick up on energy. Like, it's not me coming up with these thoughts. They're putting it in my mind. But then they had me turn to this so I can put two and two together, because what they put in my mind was the example of what can happen when you grow up with some kind of neglect. Some people turn to what I said, vices and drugs, but also alcohol. Obviously, alcohol is a drug especially if you use it in the wrong way. It absolutely affects your ability to function. Right? Now, this is making sense. The King of Cups reversed. I'm just reading because all of this, I'm being guided to do it, so I'm doing it. And this is about whoever this is. Okay, this reading is about. The King of Cups reversed is bitterly holding a grudge or some hatred, withholding his natural propensity for forgiveness and blessings. This reversal creates an emotional vacuum around him that deprives him of serenity. His prodigious powers of empathy and compassion are wasted in favor of rehashing the past and feeling sorry for himself. Dispel the storm clouds, admit the hurt, forgive and embrace. Let the sunshine of peace and benevolence back into the picture. That's an advice for this person. So this person has issues, okay? That's what we're talking about. They have a grudge. I mentioned childhood, so it's something they're holding within. They refuse to heal. Because when someone's a King of Cups in reverse, it's not like they go to therapy. This is someone that's just completely, like, they would rather, again, I keep hearing neglect. So they will rather, they're so used to taking care of themselves. But the thing is, if you never learn how to take care of yourself well, okay, even though you're used to doing it all on your own, you're not doing it well. You're just destroying everything on your path, destroying your careers, okay? Everywhere you go, you have an issue with people, destroying your life, destroying your relationships. It's always everybody except you. And then at the end of the day, when they can't cope, they turn to alcohol. The alcohol, like, it didn't even say drugs. It, like, specifically mentioned alcohol, which is crazy to me because what we did say was there's something about this devil. The devil card is also specifically about, specifically means like substances, alcohol use, drug use, all that. So the devil has this person, what I was saying was like, it doesn't look like a normal puppet in a string, like this person manipulating you at this point. It looks like the devil has overtaken their life and like they're losing their ish. Like Tower moment vibes, right? So I'm getting like whoever this is, somebody's drinking a lot, like too much. And they might be a functioning alcoholic. I've seen it. There's lots of functioning alcoholics. Or they're straight up alcoholics and they still go to work. That doesn't mean that they're right. So there's somebody, and that might not be for everybody, but that came out clear as day. They even had me go get a freaking iPad to confirm that message. Spirit, what do you want to say about that? Wait, woof. I feel like this is related to the reading that we did yesterday somehow. Yes, it is. Because look, because it's the same card. Look, yeah. 3 of Swords. Heartbreak, right? 6 of Swords, somebody that you walked away, you moved on from, possibly, right? Yeah. I'm getting this is related to the same person. And we did confirm, thank you for you guys that I asked. You guys commented in the comments about this deck. I couldn't tell in that reading from yesterday if this was a stain or if this card actually had like these little red spots that looks like blood. It's meant to be that way, so it's not a stain. It just so happens it's supposed to have yellow dots and pink dots too, but the only ones that really stand out on my particular image are the red ones. So it looks like blood. But what do we have here? We have the King of Swords. It's the same person. King of Swords is very controlling, right? Very cold, very detached. It's also the only person of the suits. The King and the Queen of Swords are the only pair in tarot that are divorcees, you know, have had separations. They haven't had an easy. So therefore they have a sword very close to their chest. Right? Very, I keep saying, very controlling. Swords are very detached from empathy and compassion. Swords signify, cups signify your heart space. Swords signify in tarot your mind, your thoughts, your intellect, how you communicate. So the King of Swords leads with that, not with his heart, but with his mind. Again, it's a coping strategy. But look at the image of this King of Swords, because the King of Swords has many, many, many meanings. Usually, though, it'll show him at least he could be controlling or whatever he is, but he looks like in control of his throne. But in this deck, he looks defeated. He has gray hair, but he doesn't look that wise. He has wings, but they're black wings, like a fallen angel. Like they realize they've gone to the dark side. They've been disconnected for so long. They have gone to the dark side. If they look like this, that's, it doesn't have to be. Obviously, it's an image, but I've had people in the comments like, my person actually looks like the person in that card. Well, I'm like, well, that's a confirmation for you. It doesn't have to be, though. That's a handsome man. I don't know. I like gray hair on guys. If I see like a 40-something-year-old man and he leaves his hair gray, I don't know. I've always found that to be so beautiful. I like it. Anyway, there's like a psychologist that's on Instagram. I always see him. He's like the hottest guy to me. I forgot his name. He's Greek. What the heck is his name? But he has it all gray like that. And he talks about sex and like a lot of questions. I'm like, this guy, I'm attracted to it. Anyway, but this person looks defeated. They're not even gripping that sword anymore. You realize that they're just like letting that sword fall to the ground. If you see his hand there, he's not particularly gripping onto it. No. This is the kind of energy like, what have I done? I'm getting the message that this is not just about love. This is their life. They have reached the point in their life where they're starting to realize the destruction of their behavior. Something must have happened at work, their finances, with other people. So obviously you come into the mix when it comes to their thoughts and their feelings, etc. But there's a lot going on in their life right now. But they're starting to feel like the divine kind of cornered them, right? To realize you're under the control of the devil, sweetheart. That's why you're in this situation. And you refuse to look at it. So the light can't come through. The divine can't come through. God can't come through to help you. That's another, and it's unfortunate, people that have these issues, they're very disconnected from spirituality. And I notice that in people, when I notice that someone's extremely disconnected from spirituality, I try to stay back a little bit, right? Because that means they're disconnected from themselves. Even if someone says that they're an atheist, at least that's different. Not saying that that's someone, that's not what I'm talking about, though, because that's someone that has sat down and even thought about spirituality enough to make their own decision and say, I'm atheist. I'm not saying I agree with that. I absolutely believe in God and I'm Christian and all that, whatever. And that's, my belief. But at least someone that's atheist or agnostic has had these, like, they sit down and have had these conversations with themselves. Someone that's just completely spiritually disconnected is someone that just goes about their life by the rule of the devil, just like this. The devil has them like a puppet on a string. They don't connect to their emotions. Therefore, they also don't connect with God. They don't pray. They're not interested in learning about the church or synagogue or whatever. They're not reading about it. They're not enlightening themselves. They're not anything, because all of that involves having to go within. Being spiritual also involves having to go within and tapping with yourself so that you can tap to a higher power. If they can't, they're that disconnected. And that is where alcoholism comes into play and all of that. Because you're so that's and you know, people that are narcissistic, a lot of the times, you know, there are a lot of narcissistic people that are religious, but also a lot that are not, right? For that same reason. And then they turn to alcohol and drugs and things like that. They're disconnected, right? But with the Five of Swords here, the Five of Swords, especially with the image in this card, means getting to a point where at some point you thought you were winning, but you failed to see the big picture. You thought you were winning, but you failed to see the big picture. You might have had a false sense of, I won, I got away with this, or I'm better off without this person. I'm better off without this job. Maybe they switched jobs. I'm better off with this, without that. These people they're wrong, I'm right, whatever. You know, you could have, right? Or they could have been deceitful to you. They thought they got away with it. They had a sense of entitlement to treat you a lot of the ways that they treated you, or the way they treated other people, a lot of the things that they've done in their life. But God is very real. God is there writing all that down while you go live about your life, waiting for the moment to then just corner your ass. And not because God is trying to harm you, but because God wants you to is saying, you want to choose the devil? You want the devil to be your savior, going to alcohol, being an asshole, treating people badly? And I'm going to make sure at least that you get some one-on-one time alone with the devil with no interference. Not to punish you, but for you to feel the darkness that much that maybe, just maybe, you'll let some of the light in a little bit. You'll ask for some guidance. You'll ask for some wisdom. You'll try to change something. Nothing that God does, even if it seems like punishing, is actually to punish you. It's to save you. 100%. But that's what this person, I mean, this is all in the mind. This person is like, I'm saying this has to be that's why sometimes I do like long, like yesterday's reading was a long one. And then I'm like, you know, I need at least 24 hours to get to another reading because the energy's like still lingering. So I guess this is like the same person. But now maybe there's more information on this. This person's drinking. Something happened though specific to this person, I'm getting. It's not just about you. It's in their life. Okay? Their finances are bad. They're having a tough time at work. Maybe they had a new job and it's actually not going well. Again, because the devil is ruling their life. Every decision that they make is, the foundation of it is darkness. Because they're disconnected from God. Because they're disconnected from themselves. But again, with the Five of Swords, it's like someone thinking that they're always right. That they're always making the right decisions. And there's no consequences to the way that they treat people. They focus on your reactions, even though they're hurting you. But they fail to see the bigger picture. Like the cumulative effects of everything that they've done to everybody. Like maybe now they're in a position where like nobody talks to them. They lost friends. They lost jobs. They lost you. Everything, you know, so it's cumulative. That's what the Five of Swords here is. It's like you thought you were winning at some point. Maybe you did. But now you have to deal with the effects of all of this devil energy. But this person has no coping skills and they're drinking alone. I'm telling you. Tell me more about that. Confirm that. Honestly, if they reach out, Six of Cups. This is definitely related to something they went through in childhood. Well, we already confirmed that. I mean, and it's also obvious, but it's crazy how, like, you know, the confirmation in this card. The Six of Cups is someone from the past. That's what it means. It's also someone wanting to return from the past. But, you know, the image that I'm getting here is different, though. Because in this particular deck, and if you're curious, this is the Light Seers Tarot deck. It is a grown man with his golden retriever. He doesn't have to have a golden retriever. I'm just, going back to, that's obviously him. They're wearing the same shirt, the baby. To memories of the past. And if you see his face, it looks like he's hurting. Right? I think the devil finally cornered this person. I mean, God finally cornered this person with the devil attached to them, is basically what I'm saying. They're having a tower moment because they're reliving things that have made them that way. So basically, they're getting hit with their karma. In hopes that, like I said, no lie. Like I said, nothing is to punish, with hopes that some of that light can beam into their life. This is the Sun card. And change them a little bit. Change their perspectives on life and how they deal with people and themselves and life. So this person is starting to feel a lot of remorse, but this is going to be a process with this person because they're going through, I guess they're entering a dark night of the soul, so to say. But the Sun card means that they're going to get through it. The fact that there's also the only feminine energy on this table is the Sun card, which is crazy. Because the Sun card, number 19. The Sun card is the happiest card in the deck. It's the light of the divine. She's totally connected to the divine. And she's free, right? I'm getting this person, amongst the many things that are happening in their life, because I don't think that it all revolves around you. I promise you that. They're going through some serious shit. Okay? It's part of their lessons. Also realize that you were a light in their life. And their darkness tried to dim that. They are now realizing that you are actually very bright, a bright light in their life. But like I said, they're so disconnected from themselves. They didn't know what to do with that. Instead of shining brightly with you, they tried to dim your light so they can feel better about their darkness. They try to take that away from you. You know? Because again, this is somebody, since we're talking about childhood stuff and I'm literally looking at it, right? I think that they're starting to put the puzzle pieces together. Again, from neglect, very egocentric. And they look at the world as like, what can I take from people so I can nurture myself? Because no one's nurturing me. Victim mentality left and right. They only see people for like what they can give me. They don't give people shit. And that comes from a place of being depleted, of not having anything to give, lack, just complete lack. And in turn, that comes with a lot of brokenness, and you hurt other people really bad. Because if that's the way that you look at life, even if someone is the happiest, most beautiful person on earth, no one is perfect. And the moment that they're less than perfect, they're going to hold a grudge against you for something. And then they're going to feel entitled to harm you. That's the problem with these people, right? Then they feel entitled to harm you and do things, and you don't even know why. And they're dimming your light. And then you start reacting. Then your reactions become the cause. Because their whole perspective is not about sharing and growing and connecting. Their perspective is about, what are you going to do for me? What are you going to do for me? What are you going to do for me? You know? Don't appreciate you. Offended by everything. I read it. That came out when I read in the iPad, right? And what happens when someone's easily offended by everything because the world revolves around them being pleased? What happens? They walk around with grudges. Everything that I read on the iPad, you don't even know what the fuck they have grudges for. Then they start, but what happens when someone has a grudge? Even if it doesn't make sense. they start treating you bad and they think you deserve it. And then you start reacting to the fact that someone's not showing up for you. Now they feel entitled to treating you a particular kind of way because they think you deserve it. And you're just like, what the fuck? Why are you treating me like shit? You start reacting, you're the problem. This is this kind of person. They have issues. The problem is, though, they're drinking. They've been left alone. They lost a lot. To be honest, they might be losing their job, too. Because I keep hearing that. They might be losing their job, too. And the fact that I said that, but then look at the cards that are here, kind of confirms that. The Ten of Wands is struggle and burden. This is the Oregon Trail card, right? She's there. I was there. Reminds me of that. You guys remember that game? She's there with the freaking buffalo carrying her bags, walking down a trail. I mean, that's what it looks like. The Five of Pentacles means financial loss, also being left out in the cold, being locked out of a financial situation, opportunity. They had some kind of loss here, 100%. They had some kind of loss, or they're having issues with their boss, whatever the case may be. Like, they're having a reflection of how they treat other people in every avenue of their life right now. And the Divine's doing that in hopes that they're able to free themselves from this lack mentality, you know, and this behavior. But what they're doing right now, they're not coping properly. But meanwhile, you are living your best life out here. Five of Wands is conflict. They're in conflict, but you're here trying to preserve your peace because you might. I'm not sure that I don't know if you still talk to this person at all. I don't know if you do, because all of the cards that I see that have to do with you is you freeing yourself, focusing on yourself, not dealing with the drama. You're here in a bubble, meditating, protecting yourself from this. Okay. I'm just tapping into their energy right now. They're going through something and they're drinking, but I feel like they might, if they reach out to you, honestly, it might be under the influence, and that's when you're going to notice it. There's something wrong with this person. Something's not right. Like, you think it's all like they're all right? No, but okay. One horse town, 37, boredom, monotony, small-mindedness, which is what they were dealing with, yeah. Branch out and move on, novelty needed. But you know what? The one horse town, which is what we're talking about, didn't I say? It's like the Divine has put them in a position where they are alone with their devil. In darkness, alone. Alone in their apartment, alone in their house, wherever they live. Coping, being unable to cope with all of the shit that they've put people through. Job, financial issues, people not talking to them. They're having no choice. They're being faced with no choice but to deal with it. But that's great. Okay? Honestly. So there's definitely some kind of like a depression aspect that this person's dealing with. They realize they didn't see, like, they thought they were winning. No, they're not. Okay? Look. It's literally the alcohol card. I don't know why this is coming. I don't, like, because I can't expect that this is going to relate to everybody. But this particular message is coming through heavy in this reading. Dude, she's sideways with a bottle of alcohol in her hand on a guitar. 3 sheets to the wind, number 25. Blowing off steam, rebellion, merriment, overindulgence, and escape. And she's drinking. What is it? What do these two cards mean together? Drinking alone. I'm not sure if anybody knows that they're that bad. that they've gotten to this point. Like, not even their friends. Maybe their friends moved away far or something, you know, like maybe because that can happen. You don't even know that they're alone in their place like this. Because this could be someone that's a functioning alcoholic, right? Yeah. But someone's definitely escaping. It's too many. The truth here. Something's going to have to change at some point. What's this? If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Self-love, relaxation, regeneration, satiety within, and replenishment. I feel like somebody thinks that they're like, while people think that they are just like at home relaxing, what they're actually doing is silently going through it. And that's a very real thing. I don't think anybody in my life has known when I've gone through dark nights of the soul. How many times in my old, like, where I have gone through shit by myself, you know, in my house. There's no reason for my friends to know that I'm going through anything. They don't live with me. They think, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm good, just relaxing. I'm crying my eyes out alone in my backyard. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. This card, I feel like this card just comes out for giggles at this point. Just flips. But I can't use the Southern Oracle without the Sweet as a Georgia Peach card coming through. It's possessed, I'm telling you. And this is a new one. The creator, she's so nice. She sent me a new one that came in this nice little tin box. And they're laminated. It's like a different, it's a different material. And it still comes out. See, but I think it's like, okay, but this is also representative of you. While you're here just chilling, Sweet as a Georgia Peach means kindness, tender care, charm, beauty, flirtation, delicious experience. Like, you're like living your life, trying to like chilling. Like, this is a woman's foot. You got candles in there. You're taking nice baths. You don't even know this person's going through this. And it's similar to the message that we got in yesterday's reading. But the alcohol thing didn't come. The alcohol thing didn't come through in that one. What do you want them to know? Flirt. You know what? This didn't seem right. I can't say it doesn't seem right because it's right here. Twice. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. But where does that fit in? Let your friends help you. Ask and accept support from others. For some of you, healing family issues. For some of you, separation. You separated from this person. And ever since then, they've been going out with their friends. They've been flirting, drinking, going on dates and freaking Hinge, you know, like dating apps, all that, whatever. It's so easy to do that. But they're not happy because there is still an overindulgent energy here. Okay? But, you know, I'm just not freaking getting that. Even when I got the first flirt card, it came off wrong. It didn't seem right. Especially with the one horse town. There's like something like a this doesn't make no sense. Because I'm getting, it's like this person, for you to be one horse town, boredom, monotony, small-mindedness, branch out, move on, novelty needed, blowing off steam, rebellion, merriment, overindulgence and escape, you know, but there's only one person there. I almost feel like this person try to make it seem to you that they're flirting with other people or they have other people, they're going out with their friends, but really what's going on is they're really going through it, trying to heal like their shit from their childhood. It says healing family issues. And dealing with separation, with your separation. Even though they're trying to act like they're moving on or they've moved on. They have not been coping. Yeah, and they have not been coping with this as well as you think they do. And they're also having issues with their finances. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now, right? Maybe they did try to move on and meet people, but like they lost their job. Let's be serious. Are you just gonna meet people? Like you're not well financially. Not saying that that's important, but a lot of people are not trying to settle down with someone that just lost their job. Like that is not. They're gonna say, hey, listen, being in a relationship right now should not be your damn priority. You know. So they're getting hit with a lot. Yeah, look, deception. Someone's wearing a false self mask in this relationship. And look, with new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. I told you this doesn't add up. For some of you, this person is telling you that they met someone through their friends, that they've been flirting with new people, that they're fine, that they have new love, and it's bullshit. What they're actually doing is struggling in their finances and in their job and not happy and drinking and being an alcoholic. And this person still can't get themselves to just go to therapy or be real. And that's terrible because God, even though they're disconnected from spirituality, is going to continue to corner them until they connect to their spirituality and connect to themselves and reality. Not the devil, because the devil is everything that has to do with escaping and disconnecting. Okay? If they told you that they're like happy with another person, that's bullshit. Because I channeled it and then it's here. And if they did have someone, that person left them because their finances, yeah, look, unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. If there was somebody after you, that didn't last long anyway. They weren't feeling it. They weren't feeling it. Because, for obvious reasons, how are you going to be an alcoholic? How are you going to be drinking? How are you going to have financial issues? How are you going to work so much? How are you going to have literally no space in your life to have a relationship and then expect somebody to be like full, head over heels? Like they don't even know how to connect to somebody. Imagine that. That's what I'm getting. If there was somebody, this person was just using them for a good time. Okay? So what else you want to say about this person? Hold on. Look, addictions are affecting your romantic life. This person has an addiction right now. I feel that this person, okay, at some point had these issues, they got better, and now they're back at it. Yup. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. That means we're letting you know. Okay, and if they had other people in their life are starting to realize this about them too, or if they were dealing with someone romantically, they noticed that they had an issue too. Right? This is definitely about someone that has some kind of an addiction. Something's going on here. What are they going to do? Like, why are they telling us this for? Choose freedom. Sometimes you may feel as if your way is blocked, but often that's just an illusion. You can free yourself from the obstacles that you are so focused on by choosing a different path. Turn your thoughts away from negativity and instead envision endless possibilities that you might act upon. Two of emotion. A relationship grows closer as two people fall in love, or a current relationship grows much stronger. Friendships may deepen into a spiritual connection. Mutual respect and understanding exist or will develop. Don't give up on relationships that feel challenging to you. There's still hope. You don't see this because you want your freedom, but I feel like this person wants you back. It says don't give up on relationships that feel challenging to you. I feel like that's exactly what this person did with you. Amongst a lot of problems that I see on this table. Like, if I just saw it honestly, like, and this is hard. This is where tarot becomes hard, because my instinct looking at all this, I'm sorry if the camera's crooked. I don't really know, but I just made it worse, but I'm just going to leave it like this for now. My instinct is to tell you to run away from this person. I mean, look at all this shit. But we know life is not perfect. I think that, but this is what's on this person's mind. On this person's mind is that they want to come back. That they want to come back. They want to come back and make something. Three of Abundance, which is the Three of Pentacles. It's the Two of Cups. Your passions will lead to your divine life purpose. Do what you love and have confidence in your talent and learn everything there is to know about your interests by taking classes, getting a mentor, or teaming up with like-minded people, and allow your creativity to soar. Not sure. God, what does that have to do with this? What does that have to do with this? There is a finances and career thing here. Messenger of emotion. This is the beginning of a new emotional experience that could grow into something deeper. You may receive a message expressing feelings that you didn't even know were developing. A social invitation could soon be on its way to you. And there's a person involved who's very gentle and loving with only the kindest of intentions. And it could be you, especially if you're artistic, shy, and sensitive. The Three of Abundance means working together with someone. It also says get a mentor. Like, this person might be reaching out saying like they want to like go to therapy. They want to like revisit something with you. They want to make it work. That there's still hope. They don't want you to give up. And you have no idea that this is even, and look, that this is even in the air. 10 of Thoughts, the 10 of Swords, because this is how it ended. But read this. Look, it says, and it shows two people here like getting married. It says, and which is weird for the 10 of Swords, right? Which means like backstabbing, endings, painful ones too. A situation that has been troubling you has come to an end, and you can breathe a sigh of relief. With challenging times behind you, you can now move on. It's important to fully let go at this juncture. Someone in your life may now finally be free of his or her addictions or codependency issues. Oh, shit. The fact here says don't give up on your relationships that feel challenging to you. There's still hope in this. Makes me feel like now I know for a fact, especially with codependency here on the table, saying addictions are affecting your romantic life, that I am talking to someone that has some kind of alcohol issue or some kind of drug issue or something. But someone's about to tell you that they want to either like get better, go to therapy with you, if they want to go to rehab or stop drinking, and like you don't obviously know how to deal with this. But I think that the fact that this person is going to open up to you in this way in the first place is going to allow you to, even if it starts off as a friend, to want to be there for them and support them. I think they're going to open up to you about things that they've never opened up to you, because instead you were like their punching bag. And then the Two of Cups says friendships may deepen into a spiritual connection. Somehow, eventually, even though you don't even see this like right now at all, that friendship, you guys will develop into something more serious. Because there's a side to this person that you never saw, but you always knew, because it was destroying everything. This is a very complicated, when addictions and things are involved, sometimes it's a little bit different, you know? And they put you through fucking hell. But I feel like this is a situation where someone's going to come forward and talk to you about things that they've dealt with, and they kind of just want someone to support them, you know? And that might change your perspective a little bit, because you know you're not really going to invest in them romantically or anything, but you're going to want to support them during that kind of process without getting so engulfed that it's going to affect your life. But I feel like they might actually get through it. And you might have a new beginning with this person, a new beginning. You're at the beginning of a wonderful journey, and there's no need to have any fear, as guardian angels walk beside you every step of the way. You have unique gifts to offer the world. If you will just free yourself from that which holds you back, new opportunities will present themselves if you believe. That's the Fool card. For some of you, like, you're actually going to end up with this person, which is crazy, because right now you can't even, like, it's not even, like, you can't even process that at all. But somehow your paths are going to intertwine and come together anyway. So I don't know. This is a past life connection. You have known each other before. Yeah, if this is not someone new. Because they're going to want to make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. You don't expect this from this person at all. I feel like there's a part of you that also didn't even know how bad their addictions and their shit was. But the fact that they could even have that conversation and be open about it is a big jump. Because this is someone that hid all of that in the first place. Not only hid it, but then projected it onto you, made you feel bad about yourself. And that, it takes a very special person, i.e. you, to even want to forgive someone like that. Because they put you through a lot. But this is where it becomes real. Like if somebody actually comes to you and says, hey, I have a problem. And they can sit down and admit that to you and like work on it. And you're going to want to like just be their friend. Be okay with forgiveness, you know? Yeah. All right, I'm going to leave. This was a very interesting reading. I'm going to leave this. You know, wait, I'm going to take a Lover's Oracle, actually. Give you a message from this person. I guess we got two. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all your heart truly desires. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you'll be surprised where it leads. Go with the flow and you'll be surprised where it leads. It's going to lead you to your soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe it and they will manifest physically. I'm so connected with this person. Actually, you're actually twin flames. Look, it's right there. And look, sacred union. Of all the three cards to be there back to back. Twin flames, your passion ignites. Honor and treasure a relationship for it's truly sacred. I feel like you used to feel like this person was your twin flame. You felt like this person was your soulmate. And then they started doing all this and made you feel so bad that you're like, oh, it was fake. No, they weren't. They were just an asshole, whatever. And little do you know, this is just a part of your journey with this actual person. No one said it was easy. I keep hearing the song, is it too late to say sorry? But this is a beyond sorry kind of thing, you know? 100%. This person might actually reach out to you. Forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. While drinking, and maybe that's where you're going to realize, like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you? What are you doing? You know? All right, I'm going to leave this here. Love and light, guys.